Now, a couple of weeks ago, I went to Roma. Roma. No? Oh, all right. Anyway, I went there and drove some ridiculous cars and sat in some ridiculous cars. It was a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I've got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that the footage for me driving the R35 has gone, which is a massive shame because obviously I drove an R34 and I've drove an R35 now, and it's annoying that I can't show you me driving the R35 because it's just, I would be able to explain the differences and how it felt, though I only did get a couple of laps on it on each of them. I didn't get a lot of time to drive with them, so I can't give you like a full-on review, like Top Gear review, like, yes, this car is magical. But it was freaking awesome. As I said, the bad news is though the footage for the R35 drive has completely gone. It's just gone. It's never coming back, unfortunately, which is a massive damn shame, but there's nothing we can do about that, so let's go with the stuff we do have, which is the Mclaren 12C. Yes, I got to sit in a Mclaren 12C that was driven around crazily on a track. Now, it was on the other side, like the steering. Even for the GTR, I didn't actually realize or like contemplate it when I was there. Like when I was driving the R35, I got in it, I was just driving, drove around the track, got home, like literally got home, and then I thought, oh, I was driving on the other side. Oh! Obviously, that was something a little bit new to me, not something I've ever done in my life before. Even just being driven in the Mclaren 12C was just beyond ridiculous. It's like, if you think about it, the only cars I've ever driven are some things with like lower power, and obviously an R34 that I wasn't able to push, and an R35. It's being driven by a professional driver is completely different to driving yourself, okay? He fucking blitzed it around the track. He went for it. I literally had to hold onto my camera for its dear life, otherwise I and the camera were probably going to go through the window. The brakes, everything was just absolutely mental. It was so intense, and I would do it again and again and again. Now, I actually did get to the point. I did the drive in the 12C first. Probably the worst idea I had because I felt absolutely broken after that point. I felt so sick. I had to like run away and hide for a little bit to recover from the ridiculous drive. Probably also due to the fact that I hadn't really eaten much and I'd been up. I had like 3 hours sleep the night before and then travel, so probably didn't help. But it was a machine, and I am so happy that I did it. I'm so happy that I did the trip. It was so much fun in general. Driving the R35, being driven in the 12C, and obviously trying out Assetto Corsa, because that's what the event was about. Driving it on the track, in the real track, because if you didn't know, the developers are actually based at the racetrack, which is freaking cool as balls. A racing game developer based at a racetrack. What? So yeah, we went around the track in the cars, and then we tried the actual game again. Now, we've played Assetto Corsa before. We've played it on PC, and I've played it in myself, like in general, and we've played, well, we had some footage not too long ago, really, of the game running, and it's been improved since then. As I mentioned before, it had, like, specific modes for, like, drifting, that sort of thing, which is really cool, because it pushes those things that other games have, but they don't really focus on or have any game modes for, and if they do, they're very half-assed, if you will. But Assetto Corsa actually does really well with that. In fact, that they push these things that they know people actually really do quite often, like drifting and drag racing and those sort of things. Well, to sum it up, the event was so much fun. I can't explain it in words. I would love to do it like once a week, honestly. Racing on a track is completely different to actually obviously normal driving. I should hope so, because if you race like you're a racing driver on the real road, you're probably going to get pulled over and your car and your license and everything taken off you. As you can imagine, like some of them actually towards the end started like doing drifts and stuff as well, which was really crazy. Like some people like literally had to obviously when you rent these cars, because they were Nürburgring cars, you had to replace the tires and the brakes and obviously pay for the fuel. There was a petrol station right outside the racetrack, which is really cool. But obviously, as you can imagine, the tires very quickly went, the brakes very quickly went, because it was driven by idiots and very professional drivers. There was no in between. We were all idiots, we were all stupid and crap, and they were the professional drivers. So, you know, you get the idea. Like, we're just destroying these cars, destroying them completely. And a little bit later on, we got some like Fiat 500s and Fiat Barfs or whatever, blasting around the track, little hatchbacks, doing like just as well as the normal like supercars that were going around as well. Really, really cool. But again, the event was beautiful. It was, I won't say once in a lifetime thing, but I know I'm going to do this myself now because I need to. So as you know, Assetto Corsa has got a little bit of a delay since when we last heard about it, but that's, you know, it's fine. It's coming out not too far away, and it's away from all the other games. Like, it's the summer game. It's the summer game that you're going to pick up. Everybody's going to pick up, because in the summer, there's usually no bloody games whatsoever. But when you get something like Assetto Corsa, and you don't have a PC, for example, I mean, you can get it. I made a video talking about how it works on a controller and that sort of thing as well. So if you want to hear about that, you can go search for that video. Because obviously not everyone gets a wheel set up, and that's the thing with simulator games. It needs to work with a controller if it comes to console, as you know. Anyway, that is going to round off this video here, so hopefully you did enjoy. I am so sorry that I couldn't record the R35, but the Mclaren 12C, I think, will make up for that for a lot of people. But again, it's a shame that I didn't record the R35. I'll get to, you know, the footage for the R35, because it's not my dream car, but it's like my dream car's newer version. And you can, like, just do a quick, like, talk about that. It's just a modern R34, basically. It's just modern. It's modernized. Everything works. And it was the first time I used flappy paddles as well. And flappy paddles are a little bit weird. Like, you tap it, and a couple of seconds later, it changes. I'm used to, like, instant shift because I'm controlling, you know, that sort of thing. But I understand why it's got a delay, and I know it had a delay before I drove it, but you don't realize, like, how it would affect your driving until you actually use it, if that makes sense. Anyway, as I said, be sure to leave a like. Let me know what you thought of this, and it's a shame that you can't see the R35 drive, because you would probably insult my driving anyway, to be fair. But anyway, that's watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.